MasteryConnect has added an item bank that the district has purchased. So we can go ahead and log into MasteryConnect. To access the item bank, you're going to go to Assessments. To my knowledge, you are not able to edit any item bank questions. You're not able to clone them and edit them. You also cannot, let's just say that for now. So if you wanted to make your own item bank question, that's when you would click over here on item bank to create it. But if you want to use a question or view a question from the purchased item bank, you'd click on add assessment. And you're going to have to say what content area. And then you can leave it at either multi-standard, or if you have a specific standard that you're looking for, you'd select that first. So in 8th grade, we are going to have a Pythagorean theorem skills check on Tuesday. So I specifically want 8.7c. Now, when I scroll down, it says select assessment source. You'll notice that beneath your item bank, there's two options, Frisco ISD and the Certica item bank. Frisco ISD, in my experience, has been empty. I don't know if that's where they're going to put the snapshot questions, but the Certica bank has tons. You'll see that just for Pythagorean theorem, there's 244 questions that exist. With that, I have found it easiest. I just click on the first one, look at the question. Either I like it or I don't. If I like it, if I like the way it's set up, then I take note on a separate piece of paper or my whiteboard or whatever of the last 4 to 5 numbers of this, I guess, title. That way I can easily get back to it. So you can continue to go through here till you find an appropriate amount of questions that you like. Oh, look, I love this question. This is the converse of Pythagorean theorem. I want this to be on the skills check, so I'm writing down 75610. And then I'm going to keep going. I want my skills check to have, I don't know, maybe 4 questions. I see this is asking for the distance of the hypotenuse. I like that as well, so I'm going to write down the 66110. Keep going. And let's just say, oh, here we go, solving for a leg. I love this one as well. So 1513. Okay, now, once you've finished looking through your options and choosing the questions that you want to utilize, you can either add them as you go, but if you're not sure, you want to keep track of how many of the different types, an easy way to get back to them is once you're back on this screen, just by closing out of that, you can click Control F and then type in those numbers that you wrote down. And it will pop up for you, and you just click the plus sign. Again, whenever you were looking at the questions in this window, you could have just added it from there if you were certain that that was something that you wanted. However, I sometimes like to make sure that I'm making note of the type of question that I was using. Because let's say this one, later on, I found one that was similar, but maybe not as long, then it would be easy for me to just scratch this number out or whatever, or you can hit remove. So that's how you would build it. You would put all the questions that you wanted over here in your, you just keep hitting the plus sign. You'll also notice that with this item bank, it gives you the difficulty level. So I chose 3 questions that were all medium. It tells you what type they are. So the matrix, the drop down, multiple choice. It also tells you the Bloom's sometimes. It'll tell you, sometimes it'll give you the Bloom's level of question. If you were wanting to focus on, let's say you have pre-AP and you want to focus on high questions, it's easy to see there that the difficulty level is higher on some of them. And again, that's over here. So you'll see in this item info, I have the standard, I have the, I don't know what DOK means. Bloom's is analyzing, difficulty is high. Okay, so that gives you lots of information. So we have found that we are able to utilize this quite often because there's so many questions available. And it's super easy to put your things together without having to recreate. So that is using the item bank. I also want to show you, let me open a new window because I truly like those questions, but I want to add one more. So another thing that you can do when you go to assessments, when you're logged in, you're able to just search. Like, it's almost like quizzes. When you go onto quizzes and you search a topic to see what's already there, I mean, you do the same thing in MasteryConnect. So I could type in Pythagorean theorem and find that, let's see, I made this one. Oh, no, I didn't. So here's another teacher. This is an exit ticket. I could click on it to see if I liked it. This one's only using 6C. It may not fully load since I have the MasteryConnect open twice. So I see they had 2 questions. I did use this. They must have copied mine. That's my skills check. My exit ticket that we did. Let's see. Here's a skills check on Pythagorean theorem. Oh, look, it's Simon's. Isn't that what I saw? Looky here. Simon's made this one. So here's a Pythagorean theorem skills check that somebody else already made. I could go through, decide if I like those questions, and if I do, then all I'd have to do is I could either clone it if I wanted to change the title, or I could just immediately add it to my tracker so that it would be available for my kids to use. So while last year we did spend a lot of time creating questions in our item bank, there's a lot of things available that are making it to where you don't have to do that. So just reach out to me if you need any help creating these in MasteryConnect. Now I have to figure out how to stop recording my screen.